And now the Hansons and Hiatus podcast with Nate and Alexis.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It is episode 126 of the Hansons on Hiatus podcast. I'm your host, Nate, and this is my wife, Alexis.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
And don't forget to support the podcast. buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy us some virtual beers.
We will happily drink them.
We sure will. And you can head to hansonsonhiatus.com. We got the merch shop up there. We got all the Iowa State Fair stuff. Like I said last week, there is still, there's like some things that are just fair.
Yeah.
things.
Anybody's state fair,
Yeah.
anybody's county fair, and then also, of course, Iowa State Fair.
Yeah.
That's our
but-
fave.
Yeah. Or if you want one customized for your state fair, let us know and we'll throw it up there for you.
Definitely, for sure.
Also, you can become a monthly fucky supporter at hansonsonhiatus.com. You can be a little fucky for $1 a month. You can be a medium fucky for $5 a month. Or you can be a big old fucky for $10 a month.
We love all our fuckies, even the free ones.
That's right. And we wanted to thank some of our big old fuckies. Jose, Sydney, Luis, Manny, Brian P., Antonio, Chrissy, Christina, Stephanie, Kimberly, Tom, and Miss Nikki D. Thank you so much.
Woo, we love you guys.
We do.
We
Thank
love
you.
so much.
Yeah, we appreciate the support. And if you would like to support the podcast, think about being a fucky supporter.
Yeah, it's easy.
It is.
It's so easy.
And if you do have a business that you'd like to maybe get the word out and would like to sponsor an episode, go ahead and shoot us a message on Instagram, and we can figure that out for you. So
Yeah.
be helpful to your business and to us.
It would. Be a nice little way to get your business out there.
That's true. That's true. And as usual, like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus.
We be there.
Just a couple comments from last week. Jose says the Airbnb intro is fire.
Ooh,
Yeah.
kudos to you.
Broken glasses, poop in the bed, missing doorknob. You know it's time for Airbnb horror stories.
I still want to laugh after.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jose. We appreciate it. And Vanessa said, "Oh, Que Monito is the cutest."
He is.
He
We might be
is.
biased, but I think he's the cutest.
I agree. Yeah, we do have some Que Monito updates
We do.
from this past week.
We do.
We got him a new kennel.
Loves it.
Yeah, he does, and it was a hassle to get. Not a hassle, but it was a lot of moving parts to get it.
A lot of logistics to get it to our home.
Yes, because it was where we found it on, or you found it on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
In Cozumel on the island.
Yep.
And that's why we went there last weekend thinking that we were going to get it, but the lady was out of town.
Yeah, I don't know where she was. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm not in Cozumel. I'm like, where'd you go then?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she said she wasn't on the mainland either. So that's
Yeah.
why we were like, where'd you go?
It was kind of creepy. She wouldn't answer me. I'm like, where are you? I will come to you. She was like, I'm not there.
Very weird.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had our friend Marlos, her boss, lives in Cozumel, but then comes to Playa for work every day.
Mhm.
So he went to our friend, or actually, sorry, Wanda and Carlos went and picked it up.
Yep.
From her, and then brought it to their house. Then Marlos's boss, Mikey, went to their house, picked it up, took it to his house, took it on the ferry to Playa, and then you walked down to the ferry and picked it up from the office.
Yes.
So,
I was like, I'll walk my happy ass down there and pick up this crate in the 100-degree weather. Why
Yes.
not? But it was great. It was a good deal. And
yeah, it was like
everybody was so
$25 or
helpful.
something.
Yeah, it was such a
Yeah,
good.
that's a great deal because we were at like Petco and they're all like $75-$100 plus. And we're like, what the fuck?
They're expensive now. I don't understand why, but we got one.
Yeah. And then the vet came over and gave him some more of his shots.
Yes, we love our vet, Dr. Karina. She's amazing. This is his third round of vaccines. So, yeah, he
cried.
He cried.
Yeah, I could hear him from the other room, and
Oh.
because I wasn't there because I was working. So what
we
happened?
were sitting on the floor, and he remembers her. Obviously, he's seen her a few times now, so he was all excited. And then she was like, let's just get it done, and held him up by his little scruff. And I was holding him like this, and he's facing me. And she just pulled up his scruff and gave it to him, and he was like, ah! I wasn't prepared. I don't think I had enough like good treats in his face to be like, look at this, don't pay attention to any pain. And he screamed, but he was okay after that. He still gave her kisses and like jumped on her.
That's good.
So he didn't hold it against her.
That's nice. Very nice. Yeah. And then when we were one of the nights this week, we were having a glass of wine on our couch and coffee table, and I don't know what happened. I was sitting there like looking at my phone, and all of a sudden I see this glass of wine go boom, and it just flies across the room and goes psh, and shatters across against the wall. Wine, glass everywhere. Kemonito jumps off the couch and he just like skids across the floor and fucking runs away.
It all happened so fast. We were just sitting there like, what the fuck just happened? But I watched him, like he was trying to get up on the couch. He can't reach. So
Right.
I put him up on the couch, and then he wanted whatever he thought was on the coffee table. So he was just like, you know what I'm going to do? Jump on the fucking coffee table, dives, doesn't get the coffee table, and pushes the wine. And then the wine just hit the bathroom door and went everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, why?
It was crazy though, because the distance from the coffee table to the wall was, I mean, just a couple feet.
Yeah.
But you would think if he had hit the wine, it would tip over and then wine would spill everywhere. But it was like He-Man threw it against the wall. It was crazy.
We've said this before. He's going to be an adventure pug. He does it. He's like, I'll jump off of that. I'll jump into it. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He's gonna
So,
be trouble.
but yeah,
That
we
was my wine.
I know, right? Yeah. But so we've been trying to train Kemonito to be okay with us, out of the house. Like if we have to go to the grocery store together or whatever, because he's kind of been with us all the time.
Yeah, or at least one of us.
Yeah.
All the time.
So we started to train him by just going up to the pool, just for maybe like 30 minutes or to an hour. And we kind of made almost a playpen type area for him in our house, where we put down some puppy pads, we put up a little barrier, and then we had our security camera on it so we could watch him and see what he was doing and making sure he was okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This was our makeshift thing because we didn't have the crate yet.
Yes. So I decided to tune in, and I see Kemonito is up on the barrier, knocks over one of the dumbbells we were using to weight it down, and he had already pooped on one of the puppy pads. And I, like, what are the chances of this? I see the dumbbell rolling, and there's a turd there, and I'm like, no. And it stops right before it, and we're like, oh, thank God. So I go downstairs, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go clean up this poop. And I go to get the dumbbell, and it didn't stop right before it. It fucking steamrolled right over it and had a nice little turd on there. It was not good.
It was like Indiana Jones with the boulder, like squoosh.
Yeah, it was. And then this is a new one. So Kemonito, we've been training him to use the puppy pads until he's outside trained, and he goes to go poop on one, and he goes over to the corner where the puppy pads are, stands up, and poops standing up.
Who does that?
I have never seen this in all my life. And then a few minutes later, he had to pee as well. So he goes over and he stands up against the wall and is peeing against the wall like a drunk guy in an alley or something.
He looked like a little boy from behind.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck's going on?
So I guess maybe when I'm peeing in the bathroom, I need to start shutting the door because he's getting some ideas.
Yes.
It was a shitty weekend.
He wants to be like Dad.
Yeah. Oh my God. But it was so funny. His little butt and his wrinkles on his back when he's standing
were like,
up.
What is happening right now? I not blame the vaccines, but it was vaccine day, or those 24, 48 hours was making him be a little different, a little weird, a little more lethargic, acting out a little bit more, which the vet said he would do that, and especially after he peed on her.
So how do you explain 10 minutes ago?
I don't know. He's like, this feels good.
Yeah, maybe it's easier to poop, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes you see those pugs I've seen them on TikTok and stuff, and they'll be standing or they'll be peeing, but then they lose their balance and then their butt goes up in the air and they're like handstand peeing.
Tiger would totally do that when he was younger, before he got old and stiff.
Yeah.
But he would start peeing, and then he kind of would ramp up on a curb, and then whoop, there you go. They're doing a handstand. It's the weirdest thing.
Oh my God.
That really does happen.
Fucking hilarious. This is just like a random thing, but I don't know if you guys have seen, they have a mustard. It's like a limited edition. Was it Heinz, right? They did it with the producer Mustard.
Yep.
From the Super Bowl. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze.
Oh. Of course they did.
And so I'm like, okay, I need to have this. Where is it?
Yes.
And I look it up on their website, and they sell it. I mean, at least the major ones were Amazon, Walmart, and Target. So you see how I counted? Amazon, Walmart, Target.
There you go.
Don't ask me for 4 because then I start getting a little crypt keeper. So I go on Amazon, sold out. Doesn't even exist on Amazon. Then I go to Walmart, and And so, we're going to the States in a few days.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm going to order it to Walmart or from Walmart.
Yeah.
And I go and they don't have it at the Walmart, but it says they have minimal supply for shipping. And I thought it used to be like you could ship stuff to the store.
Yeah,
and it was free.
Some stores have that.
Okay, yeah, because I always remember it was like if you want it to your house, yeah, then you got to pay shipping or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you get it shipped to the store, then it should have been was free.
I think it has to be probably a certain amount, like your total. They're like,
Yeah, but they got fucking trucks going there anyway. They're bringing in supplies every day.
They're like, sorry, we don't have time for your $5 mustard.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. So you couldn't get it to the store. You had to get it delivered to your house, and it was $5.
Oh.
But then the shipping was $12.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, I'm not paying over 200%
No.
to get this fucking thing of mustard.
How could they? What?
I know, right? And then so last resort, I didn't think Target would have it. I was like, fucking no way. They're a
Yeah.
little bougie Target. So I go on their website and they had it in stock, but there was only a few left. So I ordered it for pickup, and my mom went and swooped it up. So we're gonna have this mustard.
I love it, mustard. I'm shocked we only saw like an ad on TikTok. For
Yeah.
it. I'm shocked it wasn't on every channel.
Dude, right? Yeah, and I'm only interested in obviously because I did the Super Bowl last year with mustard.
I love the song.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, I do too. And then we find out it's not just mustard; it's Chipotle honey mustard.
Yeah.
So is it mustard with Chipotle and honey, or is it like honey mustard? Because honey mustard and mustard are different.
I think it's gonna be like honey mustard chipotle or something.
But it doesn't say that. It says mustard, and then it says Chipotle honey.
oh,
So I wonder if it
yeah.
has like a little Chipotle honey flavor in it, and it's more like yellow mustard, but it has that like a little spice.
I thought it was just plain old mustard when I sent it to
I
you.
did too.
I was like, I want the mustard that says mustard.
Oh, and then while looking at it, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up here. Mustard Heinz.
Go Heinz. Heinz is the best. They're
Yeah.
fun. They like to have fun.
They have like other things I've never even fucking heard of.
Oh.
Okay, no, that's not it. They had one. What was that one that I sent to you? It was like mustard and mayo mixed.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know they had that.
Lots of people like to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they got ketchup, buffalo ranch, buffalo ranch sauce. Okay.
Like buffalo and ranch together.
Yeah, together.
Ooh.
They have dill relish. They have sweet relish. I didn't know there's two different kinds of relish.
Yeah.
They have your chili sauce, which we can't find in fucking Mexico.
No.
They have mayo chup.
Mayo chup. Oh, ketchup and mayo.
Yep.
Like the mustard. and
Good
mayo.
job.
A lot of people like that in Ohio.
And then
And
they're
here.
and they have tomato ketchup blend of veggies.
Ooh, get your veggies in while
Yeah.
you're eating your ketchup and fries.
I was like, isn't ketchup veggies
yeah,
or whatever?
maybe.
Ooh,
Maybe
they have
not.
a Carolina mustard style sweet barbecue sauce,
Ooh,
gravy cocktail sauce,
Heinz has the best.
India
sauces.
relish. I
Oh,
don't know what that is.
India
Oh,
relish.
they got hot dog relish, spicy brown. Man, they got a little bit of everything. Texas barbecue sauce. I didn't know that Heinz made all these things.
I didn't realize there were so many different kinds of relish.
I didn't realize there's so many different kinds of gravy. There's like 12 gravies here.
Oh yeah, they take their gravy seriously.
Yeah, and then there's a Kansas City barbecue sauce.
Order them all.
Yep.
We'll spend $1 million.
Yeah, right.
on
And then they got
sauce.
a bunch of different kinds of Heinz. Honey Heinz 57. Huh, interesting. Well, yeah. So try to get that mustard
Mustard.
if you can, because I got the last one. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But yeah. So that was basically last week.
Yeah.
But the weekend, I decided to go paddleboarding.
Finally.
Yeah, my buddy. Well, actually, he used to live in our building, and he moved to. I don't know. Like people always say that they moved or they lived somewhere. Like somebody I saw on TikTok was like, "Yeah, I lived in Mexico City for 2 months," and I'm like, "Did you live there, or is that just a vacation?"
Well, I mean, I think anything over.
To me, when you live somewhere, you moved there. Like
Yeah.
if I go on a three week or a month European like backpacking trip, I don't say I lived in Europe for a month.
Yeah, I don't know. I think anything over like 2 weeks is like vacation is 2 weeks or less. But anything over that, you're kind of like 3 weeks.
No, over that it's called a holiday.
Holiday, yes. And he took his dog, so I would say your home is where your dog is.
But I don't know. Like if you're renting Airbnbs and stuff, like I don't know. Like to me, you move somewhere, you don't have another home to go to.
Oh,
Like,
I don't think he does have another home to go to.
well, I mean, doesn't he's from Canada originally, right? So
Oh, true.
yeah, but whatever. But
Yeah.
you know, so he said he's staying in, was it Colombia? Yeah, he's in Colombia for 2 months. So he wanted to leave his paddleboard here because I guess he's coming back here. That's the other thing is he's coming back here and he has stuff here. So
True.
that to me is a vacation.
Maybe it means I'm just going to stay there for 2 months.
Yeah,
Like,
but I don't feel
move.
like you can say I lived. To me, I mean, I guess it's debatable, but like when you say you lived somewhere, to me that means you lived there. You didn't stay there for a
You
few
want
months.
someone there like 6 months to a year to say you lived somewhere.
I guess to me he's. I mean, not him, but like somebody that goes somewhere for a month or 2 months or whatever, and you're just vacationing. I mean, you're doing the vacation stuff. You're not going there to work or whatever. I mean, I know people work remote and everything, but I don't know. I just feel like you have to like move your shit there
Yeah.
and live there. Like that's living there,
True.
you know. But I don't know.
Probably just wrong choice of words.
No, I mean it's like I said, it's debatable. I could argue for the other side as well. I'm sure. But anyway, so he's there for 2 months. And he said, "Hey, can you watch the paddleboard for me until I get back?"
Absolutely.
I was like, "Sure." So I've only been paddleboarding once, and Yumi and Brandy went on the Chattahoochee,
We
and it
did.
was hard as fuck because the Chattahoochee has a current going on.
Between the three of us, didn't we get 2 kayaks and one? They only had one paddleboard.
Yeah.
We all wanted to paddleboard.
Yeah, the shoot the hooch place.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we just got one, and then we shared, and we all kind of like were like, ah.
Yeah, and I did not like the paddleboard that much. It was really hard to balance on,
Yeah.
especially on the river because, like I was saying, the current, you know,
Oh,
and like
yeah.
I felt like our legs were like shaking or whatever, or at least mine were. I don't know how you like. Did you do it?
I did it. It was hard. I think we're in better shape now, like
True.
activity wise, than we were at that point. But because that was like early on when we moved to Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my one of my new friends, Eric, he has a paddleboard, and he's always been like, "Yeah, man, we should go out sometime," you know.
Paddleboard
And
date.
and when he's asking that, he's saying like, "We'll share his paddleboard," because this was before I was,
Right.
you know, watching this one. And so then I messaged him. We hung out with him on Friday. Went to the beer bar with him and his wife. And I said, you know, let's maybe go paddleboarding this weekend. And he's like, all right, let me know. So I messaged him at like 8 a.m. And I said, hey, bro, I was like, you want to take the paddleboards out? And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Like he wasn't planning on it, but his wife was getting her nails done and he had to watch the dog. So he's like, we only got like an hour and a half. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So first of all, they're both inflatables. His is inflatable, but he deflates his and then pumps it up every time down at the beach.
Every time, geez.
Yeah, because he has like a bag for it and everything. But my buddy's paddleboard that's in our building is inflatable, but he leaves it inflated the whole time, which
Yeah.
is great because then I don't have to deal with that.
Right.
But one of the problems is he gave me this rope and he said, oh, this should help you carry it because it's kind of awkward to carry.
Yeah.
And it was. And so I go down there and I'm like trying to carry it and it wasn't working right. So I have you throw that rope down.
Yes.
And I probably look like a fucking idiot. I'm sure somebody took a video. I'm probably on someone else's podcast,
So,
like
like,
them going, look at this fucking white idiot
First
over here.
paddleboard day.
Trying to do this paddleboard. So I wrapped the rope around the thing a couple times thinking like, oh, I'll just hang on to the rope. But the rope's too long, and so I have extra rope, and it was too loose. And then I find the little thing that goes around your ankle to, you know, if you fall off so you don't lose your board, it's a handle. Like it hooks onto this handle thing in the middle of the board. So I carried that, but it was still awkward. Like I was able to do it, but it like my one arm was just burning. So
I'm sure.
if I get like a real big trap on this side, it's because I went paddleboarding too much.
I paddleboard, bro.
Yeah, what's up, bro? I'm a left-handed paddleboarder. Yeah, so we get down there, and he's already out there, like, kind of zooming around. And there's actually quite a few people at the beach.
Huh.
There's a swim club down there. We had to, like, watch out for all these swimmers with, like, goggles and swim caps and shit. And there was a bunch of people down there. So I'm like, great, I'm going to look like a fucking idiot. So I put it in there, and I sit on it like a surfboard, like I have one leg on each side. And I have the paddle, and I have like my waterproof backpack and everything. So I'm paddling out there, and he's kind of going around, and I'm like, all right, let's try this. And there's some other paddleboarders out there too, and I'm trying to not make eye contact with them so I don't look like, you know, they're making fun of me or something. So I jump up to my knees, and I get on my knees. I'm like, okay, I can do this. And some people do that, and they paddle, you know, just on their knees. And it was beautiful. Like I was way out there by the barriers, and you could still see the bottom.
Oh, wow.
And it really wasn't that deep. It was maybe like 10 feet deep.
Yeah, it's kind of deceiving.
Yeah. Well, and I was
Right.
telling Eric back in the day, the beach was like twice as wide. So I mean, it's still shallow out that far because that's, you know, the beach used to go out that far. So then I get up, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get up to my fucking, you know, try to stand up, and I get up the first time, and I'm, you know, doing and he's like, yeah, you kind of have to use the paddle to balance yourself a little bit. And you make it really long, and you kind of go out, you know, each way or whatever. But my legs, it was the same thing. And I guess again, there's kind of a current, in the
Oh,
ocean.
yeah.
There's waves and
Of
stuff.
course.
So it's like my legs are fucking shaky,
Oh my
'cause just
God.
trying to balance because, I'm like, I've never done it or other than that one time.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, where am I supposed to put my feet and am I
Yeah.
supposed to lean forward or backwards or whatever. And so I kind of was like, I did it for, a good, 4 minutes. And then I fell.
Yep.
But I fell onto the board, so I don't
Oh,
feel
that's
like I
good.
totally fell. And I get back up again, and I'm doing it again, and same deal. I'm like shaking or whatever, and then I really fall, and I slip off, and I fell all the way into the water.
my
And then I'm
God.
crawling on it, trying to get back up. It looked like somebody that fell out of a kayak or a canoe or
Yes,
something. But
it happens.
yeah, so it was hard. But I saw a lot of like fish and stuff, and some people go out there on their paddle boards and tie it up to the barrier,
Oh.
and then they go snorkel out there.
Very
So I
nice.
want to do that next time.
Yes.
So my buddy Ryan, it's his paddleboard. I message him and I say, hey man, I took it out. He's like, oh man, I'm so happy you did that. He's like, how was it? And I was like, I mean, it was hard as fuck. And he was
Yeah.
like, hard as in carrying it down there, or what was the other thing he said? Or
Actually being on it.
yeah, no, something else. And I was like, no, like standing up on it, like that was fucking hard. 'Cause
Yeah.
maybe I can't remember what the other thing you asked me was. And he was like, oh, I don't stand up on it. I just go on my knees and paddle around. I was like, oh, okay. So like, I don't feel so bad. At least I stood up. But
Yeah.
but Eric said, he's like, you got to go a couple times,
Of
and then
course.
you eventually get a little more used to it. Because he's like, yeah, I hated it the first 4 or 5 times, but he said I did good for my first real time doing it. So,
That's great.
Yeah, so it was fun.
Probably, it just takes time, just like anything else. You got to get your balance. I do a lot more balancing like exercises. You probably don't do as many as
Yeah.
that. So we could do some like yoga here or Pilates, and that'll help with your balance.
That's what I was thinking. The yoga girls that are on there, and they're doing like headstands and
yeah.
handstands and shit. I'm like, how are they doing that? Granted, they're probably a lot lighter than I am, but
True.
and some guy had his girlfriend and his dog on it. So
Oh,
like maybe
nice.
we all 3 could go out sometime.
There you go. Yeah, maybe more weight would keep it like more stable.
That's what I said, but Eric said it was harder because
Oh.
they're like, because he's gone out with his wife and their dog, and
Yeah.
he said it's a little bit harder because they're trying to balance themselves and
Yeah.
you're trying to do the same. But I still feel like the weight thing makes sense because that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we try it sometime.
I
Even
wanna
if we're
try it.
even if we're just sitting on it together and I just paddle us out there, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Because it was cool to see the beach that we always go to from the water. Because
Yeah.
we don't have a boat or anything.
Right.
So it was cool to see like the resorts and the palm trees and our little beach and stuff. So it was fun.
That's
It was
good.
good. Yeah, we should definitely go sometime.
Glad you had
but-
a good time.
So when I come back, I go up and I jump in our pool because I'm all sandy and stuff. And I'm just sitting there, and it's Saturday. We don't have any plans or anything. And we had discussed possibly going to, there's that brewery Pescadores that we've been to near Puerto Morelos. It was their 9-year anniversary party. And we were supposed to go with our buddy who was he has a car. He was going to give us a ride. And he bailed the last second. He said, oh, hey, sorry, bro. I'm in Mexico City now. I'm going to Rome for 4 days.
What?
Right?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
How do you just plan a trip to Rome for
Right?
a couple days?
Yeah. So we kind of like said, maybe we don't go then because trying to figure out how to get up there, and we got to take the dog with if we're going. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go, and we can get a collectivo up there for like $2 or $1 or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, you just go. It'll be way easier without
Yeah,
us. We'll
but-
stay here.
But then it started at 11, and the thing I read on their Instagram was the first 50 people you get a glass and 6 beers for 350 pesos,
Damn.
which is like, what was it, $15,
Yeah.
15, $16. And so I was like, I really want this glass, because not a lot of places do promotional stuff like that here.
Yeah,
So,
I really don't.
and so I'm thinking, I'm like, man, I'm not gonna, and after the 50 people, then it's just 250 pesos, which is like $12, $13 for 5 beers. And I was like, okay, all right, well, that's still a good deal. But I really wanted this first 50. So I'm like, I got to get up there as soon as possible. The collectivos, like, I would have had to walk another 30 minutes to get on the collectivo to ride 30 minutes up there. And I'm like, it's not going to work. So I was trying to figure out, do we rent a car? But then I don't want to,
Drink and
5
drive
yeah.
and
Well,
all
I
that.
mean, depending on how long if I had 5 beers over the course of like a few hours or something, I would have been fine. But
Yeah.
you never know with me.
Right.
So-
Or, no, here.
Yeah, and here too. So, and then we looked at what was the other thing we looked at? Maybe private rentals,
Yeah.
because the car rental went up, like the price went up because it was day of. But yeah, then we looked at InDrive, which is, if you guys are ever coming down here, Uber is in Cancun, and it's not in Tulum, right?
No.
Okay. So it's in Cancun, but they have this app InDrive, which is basically Uber, but I think it's from like a European company or something.
Yeah, but you pay cash.
Yeah, you pay cash for it. So it's basically you're just scheduling a ride and you're agreeing to a price.
Yeah.
And I look at it and it was like 350 pesos. So it was like, 16, 17 bucks or whatever.
But to go like 30 some minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, hey, if I'm going, you guys can come too. You want to go?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, sure, let's do it.
Let's get them out of the house.
Yeah. So we go, we get up there, or first of all, it's on the other side of the highway, like the highway going south. We're going north towards Cancun. It's right before Puerto Morelos. And if I did the InDrive, because he would have had to go up another few miles, go to Puerto Morelos, do their little, overpass thing or underpass, and then come back down, it would have been way more money. So I'm like, just drop us off. I put in the pin, drop us off here, and we'll run across the highway.
Yeah.
If y'all have ever been to like Playa del Carmen or Tulum or even Cancun, that highway is insanity.
Insane.
So
let's run across it with our child, with our brand new baby
well,
child.
I'm not an idiot. I can cross the fucking street.
Okay.
I mean, you can too, no?
Yes.
And we did.
And we did.
And we got there and it was great. But so we get to the brewery and we're the only ones there, of course, and it's like 11:45. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we're definitely getting this, this deal. And I said, I was like, you have the 50 or the first 50 people thing, 350 pesos for the glass and the six beers. And he's like, yeah, sure. What's your name? And I'm like, what? And I see he has a list of names and I go, oh, did you have to buy this ahead of time? And he's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, can I buy it here? And he goes, oh, no, they're sold out.
Yeah, they're all gone.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like their post didn't have a link in it. Like there was no link. It didn't say, hey, buy them ahead of time, pre-sales or whatever. Like nothing.
I still don't know where people bought them.
I still don't. And they all had them. And now I'm really mad because the glass was really fucking cool. It was like a mug with a beer bottle on it. And it was tilted like their lighthouse that's tilted. And then they filled up the beer in that mug.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. Yeah, so it was.
One glass you didn't get.
Yeah. But we got really good food there. We had a
good.
pulled pork. I had a pulled pork sandwich. What'd you have?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Hamburguesa.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, because we don't get a ton of there's a lot of obviously grilled meats here, but like barbecue, like.
And
we
they
have
had
in the
like
States.
ribs and tacos and other
Yeah.
things. The ribs looked really good.
Yeah, and we had they have this beer. I think maybe we've mentioned it before. The spiciest beer I've ever had.
Yes. Still.
Yeah, it's habanero IPA, and man, that thing is just it's hard to fit. It's like eating hot wings, and when you're through 8 of the 10 of them that you get or whatever, and you're just like eating them just to finish it, but you're still like your mouth is on fire. That's what I was doing and I was eating my burger at the same time with that spicy beer. I'm like, this is not refreshing.
It's definitely a beer to share. You have to have like a chaser beer and then the habanero beer
Yes.
because it's way too spicy.
Yeah, but it got really busy though later.
Yes.
And our friends Marlos and Jorge, they were like, okay, we want to come up, so they took the Colectivo up. And met us there, and they had to run across the highway and everything.
Yeah.
And Marlos brought Kemonito a little corn toy.
Yeah, a little elote.
Yeah, it was so cute.
He loved
little
it.
crunchy corn.
It's like crunchy and squeaky.
Yeah.
He loved it.
But there was like a ton of like Mexican biker guys there.
Oh, yeah. So many motorcycles, like Harleys everywhere.
Yeah, but
Harley
they all had
people.
like the cuts and like
Yeah.
it was like on Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. Or what's the
Mayans.
The Mayans,
Yeah.
the Mexican spinoff.
Yeah.
Both of those shows. If no one's ever seen Sons of Anarchy or the Mayans, definitely a binge-worthy series.
Yeah. And I just got to say, people that cut lines are fucking trash.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. I don't understand why, like, it doesn't bother most Mexicans here, it seems like. But, like, first of all, there's people up against the bar, getting drinks, just like any bar, getting beers. And there was this slot open, and this guy was getting his beer waiting to come out, and I was standing there, like, waiting for him to move. And as he comes, like, I'm inches from this guy, and he comes out, and then this other dude and his friend come in and, like, go right in front of me. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, whatever. Maybe he didn't see me standing there. Then I go to the other side, and there's this guy and his girlfriend, and they are against the bar, and they're waiting to order their beer. They're waiting on the guy next to him, and I'm standing right behind them. Like, there's clearly a line.
Yeah.
And these two bitches go up next to the guy. Like, they're not even at the bar. They're on the side of the bar next to the guy and order over the dude that's sitting there waiting with him and his girlfriend waiting for a beer.
Oh, my God.
Orders it. They mark off her wristband. They give the two girls their beers or whatever. This guy doesn't even like flinch. Like the girl, nobody fucking cared. And I was like giving him looks like I was ready to make eye contact, be like, can you get a load out of these motherfuckers?
Yeah.
And nobody fucking cared. And I'm like I don't know why it just doesn't bother people that other people are being rude. I mean, I guess maybe we should all be like that, but that's not how it should be. Everything should be, that's why there's a fucking line.
The rules,
Yeah,
the line. No,
yeah.
everywhere here, I don't think how we learned in kindergarten, single file line. I don't think they do that here. And I don't think they do care about, there's other important things going on. They don't care about no cutting in line. And I care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, okay, big deal. I had to wait another like 30 seconds
Yeah,
or whatever.
It's not that
It's
type
just
of
like
a
the
place.
principle of being like a fucking person in society. Like
yeah.
we have rules here. What do you always say? Checks and balances.
Checks and balances. My thing is when you go where you're supposed to wait in the line, like when we go to the airport and then people are standing next to me and I'm like, hi, are you part of my family now? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Get in the fucking line.
Yeah.
Like, why are you standing next to me?
Just like at the airport, like when they're standing up, like
Yeah.
trying to get off the plane. I'm like, bitch, did you buy a more expensive seat behind me? Because you ain't getting off before me.
Oh, yeah. I love when the flight attendants call them out because that
Yeah.
lady that was standing next to me, she tried to go up and the lady was like, you are section 6. We were on 2. Go in the back of the line.
Yes.
And she was like, okay. Didn't go in the back of the line, went and sat in the seats next to the line and then waited for it to go down. And then
my
she stood
God.
up. Like, how lazy are you? Go stand back there.
Yeah,
Jesus.
right? Like, come on.
Ugh.
Yeah, so, but yeah, they had great live music there.
Yeah.
They, like, this girl, well, there was the guy band, and they were doing, what are some of the songs? They were playing, like, Chris Cornell.
Yeah, it was like alternative rock.
Yeah,
and-
like, I don't know, maybe some of the Killers or something, but he sounded, like, very similar.
Oh
like,
yeah,
to
like
all the
Alice in Chains.
Yeah, Alice in Chains.
They did some Fleetwood Mac. They had it was like all over the place, but alternative.
Yeah, and then
rock.
the girl was doing like Cranberries and
Alanis
like,
Morissette.
yeah, Alanis Morissette. Yeah, like she was killing it.
She was.
But it was really cool because like it was in the actual brew house. Like we were previously sitting up front where we normally have to sit, but like in the brew house they kind of move stuff aside.
We've never been back there.
No, and that's what it was really cool because it reminded me back in the day when we go to like pontoon anniversary parties or Sweetwater or something, where they set up in areas that you don't normally get to go to and just listen to music, playing ping pong or cornhole, drinking beers. Like it was like we're home again.
I know, it felt good. It was like a fun Saturday afternoon doing what we're doing.
Yeah. So then we get ready to leave because we're like, all right, let's head back. Let's go grab a beer or something. Again, more beers. Yeah, we
Get to the pool.
actually had 2 wristbands because we did our wristband, and then by the time our friends got up there, we were like, all right, I guess we'll buy another one.
That was a good deal.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
so we got 10 beers, but they were like this size.
Yeah. I wasn't wasted afterwards.
No.
I was feeling good,
Yeah.
but I wasn't like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
exactly. So we're leaving with Que Monito, and we're everybody's loving him. Of course, they're saying hi to him and stuff. They were walking out with him in the little carrier, and this guy walks in. and He goes, "Is that the Que Monito from Instagram?"
Like, is he famous already?
Yeah, we're like, "Yes, it is."
Yes,
and he was
it
like,
is.
"Oh, little boogie, boogie, boogie."
Yeah, we're like, how do you know? But we were tagging. You were posting and tagging
Yeah.
pictures.
Well, the brewery, I was resharing them
Yes.
so that he saw him on there. But I thought that was pretty cool,
That was so
that he
cool.
recognized him.
Everyone loved him. And I was surprised how many other people, not surprised, I shouldn't be, but they also had pugs.
Yeah,
So they were
yeah.
like, oh, here's my 2 pugs at home.
That
Like,
one girl
oh.
showed us her pug on her fucking Apple Watch.
Yeah, she was like, this is my baby. We're like, damn, I need to do that.
So, so we're trying to leave, and I don't really. So, like, we've gotten Uber from Cancun to Playa del Carmen,
Yeah.
but the app doesn't work in Playa. So, you can take it there, but you can't take it back.
Right.
So we've taken it from Cancun a couple of times, and so I'm like, and Puerto Morelos or even this brewery's maybe was it like 30 minutes? You think from Cancun?
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me see if Uber exists here.
Yeah.
So lo and behold, and first of all, in drive, nothing was showing up. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are we going to do? We're going to have to take a Colectivo back. And for those you don't know, Colectivos are just these little vans that run up and down the highways, and they're really cheap. It's like mini buses, basically,
Yeah,
but they're
like
vans.
Share vans.
Yeah,
so
shared transportation.
People that are working at the hotels up and down the highway, need to get back home in the city, and if you're popping or shopping around, popping in and out of places,
Popping and locking it?
popping and locking it. It's a great mode of transportation.
That's true.
It's a little tight.
Yeah, so we called we called one Uber, and he was like 7 minutes away. We're like, okay, great, we're all ready to go. We're on the side of the highway, because this brewery is in the middle of, not in the middle of nowhere, but it's on the side of a highway, not near any kind of stops.
There's nothing around, not even a 7-Eleven next door or anything.
Yeah,
You're not
exactly.
walking anywhere.
Yeah, it's super in the middle of nowhere, I
Yes,
guess. So we call the one Uber, and he's a 1 minute away, and he goes, "Oh, are you going to Playa del Carmen?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
That's what I
it's
put
on the
in.
ride." And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cancel. The app doesn't work there." And I was like, I thought he was worried about like the taxi mafia, and I was like, "That's fine, bro. You can drop us off like right outside of town or something." And he's like, "No, like the app doesn't work there." Like basically saying like,
I'm not gonna pick.
I can't get a ride back with somebody else. So I was like,
Which
all
I
right.
get it.
Yeah, I
you know?
get that
You're
too, I
doing a
guess.
taxi thing.
But I mean, you knew ahead of time.
Yeah,
like you
didn't
could
you
have just
see?
canceled or not accepted the ride. You know,
And that's not the first time that's happened to us, not just here, but other places. They're like, "Oh, where are you going? Like, why am I putting in the destination then if you're not looking at that?
Yeah.
Why are you asking me?"
And then we finally got an in drive. A guy said he would pick us up and take us to Playa del Carmen. It was like another 30 minutes. And we get in, and he has the same name as our friend's cat's name. What was it, Julian?
Julian.
And we're talking
Jorge
with him.
was
And
like, "It's a sign."
Yeah. And he was talking about getting arrested by the police like the other day or something.
yeah.
And we look at his wrists, and they're all cut up from like, you can see he had handcuffs on.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the fuck happened? Well, InDrive is kind of like Uber, where you can do packages as well, or like parcels, like, hey, go pick up this package and bring it to my office or something.
What was that thing at home, like Turo or something?
No,
Or,
that's the car rental one.
oh, yeah.
You're thinking of the one in Atlanta. Oh,
Oh,
man, I
yeah.
can't remember what it was.
Same thing. But
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
So we're like, what happened? And it was something like he picked up the package, but the guy didn't know he picked it up, so they thought he stole it or something. Was
Well,
that the
he
story?
was like, "I picked it up and delivered it, but they are saying I didn't deliver it, but I have proof that I delivered it, but they still said they didn't receive it." So I don't know. He was
Yeah,
getting
so they were
arrested
probably
for
just
that?
trying to get out paying for it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they fucking, and it was in like a gated community, so they like the police stopped him or anything. They fucking threw him on the ground, beat the shit out of him, handcuffed him,
Yeah.
and took him to jail. And he went to jail for this package for his job
Yeah.
that he picked up and dropped off. So I don't know, maybe there's more to that story, because I feel like in that kind of, I don't know how the in-drive package thing works,
Yeah.
but I feel like you would have to have a code when you drop it off, or take a picture of it to show that you've dropped it off.
Exactly.
You
yeah.
know, so I don't know.
It seems sketchy, but he was funny. He was a little bit chunkier of a dude, so I could see why his wrists were like, really
Yeah.
bad. But like something else happened there.
Yeah, it seemed a little off. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, so we get back. We go up to our house, Marlos and Jorge and you and I, and we go get a beer, and we go up to the roof, and we're like, it was like dusk at that time. So we're like, let's jump into the pool for a little bit, cool off, and then we'll go grab a beer. We brought Kemonito up,
Yeah.
and he was on the chair for most of the time.
Yeah.
And then you put him down on the pool deck, and I'm in the pool. So I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, buddy.
Kissy, kissy.
And he's looking at me in the pool, and he looks down, and he just goes, whoop, and he takes a step off into the pool and just goes, bloop.
Bloop.
Just goes underwater, because he thought, and we've always talked about this, how like dogs don't know that it's not a flat like a hard
Yeah.
surface. So he
Yes.
thought it was like he could just walk onto it. Boop, he went for a dunk, and it was his first swim.
It was his first swim. He didn't freak out. I
No.
think he was like, "Dad," and then jumped in, and yeah, he just sunk. He didn't even try and
Yeah,
swim.
but no, I mean, he didn't think that. Like he was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
he just went underwater. I
He's like,
grabbed him and put him back up. But we like positive reinforcement. We're like, oh, good boy, that's so good. Da, da, da. So I think that's why he was like, okay, that's fine. I shouldn't be freaked out. Or
Yeah, I
anything.
thought he'd be freaking out and shaking. He's just looking at us like, "What the heck happened?" Wow, that was refreshing. But then when I was holding him, he was trying to get in again. He just wants to jump in things. He's like an adventure pug.
Yeah, he is an adventure bug. So that was interesting, but he did good. He got his first swim in, and had a good time. So
He had a great day. He slept like a champ.
Yeah.
After that, it was wonderful.
yeah. So next week, this week, I guess technically we are in Iowa now.
Yes,
so
yes.
as if you guys have been listening for a while, you'll know every summer we go back and we visit my family, and it's my grandma's birthday. I think, was she 91 this year?
91, yeah, or 92.
Was it
Yeah.
last year she had her big party?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
91.
91 this year. See my brother and his girlfriend and all my, my relatives and friends from high school and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and go to the fair, obviously.
Yes.
But so we've been trying to figure out, we're taking Kemonito with us, and we've been trying to figure out how to get to the airport, because the bus doesn't let you take dogs on unless you put them with the luggage. not happening.
No, never over my dead body.
But like a private transfer, taxi, or car or whatever is not cheap because
No.
we're in the middle of the two airports between Cancun and Tulum.
Right.
So we're flying out of Tulum and then back into Cancun.
Yep.
And it's like an hour and 30 minutes to Tulum, and then it's about an hour to Cancun. And if you get a private transfer, it's what? Like
60, 70, $80.
Yeah.
Depends. I got quotes from everybody and nothing was that cheap.
But we have a friend that has a car, and it was actually the guy that was supposed to come to the brewery with us that bailed on us. And he said, I'll pick you up and drop you off 2,000 pesos, like $100. So $50 each way. And we're like, oh, fantastic.
That's great.
We'll
Please,
totally
thank
do that.
you. We'll bring you something back from the States too.
Yeah, exactly. And so when we're messaging him this weekend about, because we were trying to get some FaceTime in with him, so.
We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
A friend of ours,
yeah,
so,
exactly. So, he kind of bailed on this thing or whatever. So I messaged him, since he's going to be in Rome or whatever. And I said, hey, so are you going to be back to like take us to the airport? And he goes, oh yeah, well, I think I'm going to have my roommate take you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Who's your roommate?
Who is this guy? And I said, is this guy trustworthy? And he goes, oh yeah, he's just like me. And I'm thinking, bro, you just bailed on us twice in the last week. So
Yes.
I hope he ain't just like you.
Oh my God.
I love him to death, but it was like, he kind of bailed on us
Yes.
and didn't tell us. Like if you have something come up that's more important, totally understand it.
Go to Rome,
But
for sure.
but maybe reach out to us first, and
Yes.
or not first, but like say, hey, so we don't have to reach out to him to be like, hey, we ready to do this? And,
Where-
by the way,
Where are you?
yeah, exactly. So, so he bailed on us, but I guess we're just gonna hope that his roommate takes us.
I know. You were digging and asking some questions today, so we'll see. Or we're just going to have to bite the bullet and get an in-drive, hopefully, or a taxi.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah. So actually next week, so next Friday, we are going to be obviously out of town.
Mm-hmm.
So we're pre-recording an episode. So next week will be a new episode. It will just be, it won't be like about the previous week like we typically do. We talk about our stories and our lives and stuff like that. So it's going to be more the new fair foods at the Iowa State Fair, the concerts, the things to do, like the fucking was a demolition derby, like those types of things. So we're going to go over all that stuff next week, next Friday. And so you can hear about the crazy fair foods. One thing, I'll give you a little teaser. There is let me see what it's called.
All the fair foods, old and new.
Yes.
Give
Yeah.
them
What's
all
your
to me.
favorite one?
I'm Greek, and they have the best gyro stand
True.
I've ever had in my life. Best tzatziki, meat, everything. I always get at least 2 or 3 when we go, but that's my favorite. The picnic in a cup.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get a
We'll go
corn
all over
dog.
this. Yeah,
I
we'll
know.
go over it all next week.
I'm
yeah.
so hungry.
I know, right? But yeah, so this is one that's new this year. The High Roller Roll Combo.
Oh.
It is 2 lobster rolls topped with caviar, adorned with edible gold leaf, and served with Dom Perignon champagne.
Stop it. What is that? 100 some? No, it's probably more than that.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
$200?
It's from JR's South Pork Ranch. That's one of the food stops there. $600.
$600? Who the fuck's gonna get that at the fair?
Well, the lobster rolls are like fucking $60 each.
Yeah,
you know.
remember last year the big one was $100.
Yeah.
We were like, you're crazy.
So I think it's either 2 of those or what. I mean, it's obviously for like a group share or whatever, and just to be like fancy. But
why is lobster so expensive?
because we've made it just like diamonds. They're just fucking
Ugh.
rocks, but we've made them expensive.
So, like them and crab are like bottom feeders.
Or like Dom Perignon.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's probably just I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's average champagne because I don't know about champagne, but I mean, how much is a bottle of that? Like $300-$400?
Yeah, that's a lot. When we went for my dad's 70th birthday at the restaurant, the bottle was $600.
Yeah,
So he was
see?
like, I can go to ABC Liquor and get some for like $250.
Yeah, exactly. So, so a lot of crazy new food. So we'll get to all those next Friday. So if you want to tune in then, and you can hear all about the terrible, delicious foods that we're gonna eat.
Can't wait. Lots of pictures. Best pictures.
Yes. All right. Well, don't forget to support the podcast. BuyMeACoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy some virtual beers there. Go to HansonsOnHiatus.com. We got the merch shop up there if you want to get podcast merch. We got Pug. We got Kitty. We got what else?
Beer. We got
Beers.
summer stuff. Fall every season.
And all the fair stuff like we were talking about.
All the fair stuff. There's a couple Que Monito shirts up there. Que Monito the Pugcito and Que Monito the Pug. Lots of good stuff.
Yeah. So any help you guys could be, if you love the stories and the information, you want to keep the podcast going, really, really appreciate it. $1 a month, $5 a month, even just a virtual beer, $5 a beer, whatever. I mean, we really appreciate you guys helping us keep it going.
We do.
Yes. As usual, like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
That's it. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now. Bye.